Good morning, students. Welcome once again to your online classes. I am Christopher Crizzle. Today I'll be teaching General Science of class 3. As you can see here, we'll begin with the first chapter, that is chapter 1, Living and Non-Living Things. I hope you all know what is the difference between living things and non-living things. Okay? You might have learned in your previous classes also. There are some simple differences that I can give you now. For example, myself, I am a human being. Okay? I am a living thing. But in the same hand, if I talk about this duster, is it a living or a non-living thing? Yes, it is a non-living thing. Okay? So this is one common difference between a living and a non-living thing. As you can see here, living things, they breathe, they can move, they can eat, they feel. But in the same time, a non-living thing like this, can it feel? Can it move? Can it eat? Can it breathe? No. Okay? So this is the topic that we are going to discuss today about living and non-living things. As you can see here, I am having a science book of class 3. This is a new book that is referred to you for this session, that is Interactive Science. Okay? So, when we see around us, okay, we see many things. Things that can be classified into living, and it also can be classified into non-living things. Now over here, as you can see, I have mentioned some features of living things. Okay? If you see the first point, living things move. As you all know, okay, so first we are going to discuss this point, living things move. Now when we talk about living things, now firstly, we human beings, we are included in that category in living things. In the same way, animals, birds, insects, reptiles, these are also referred into the category of living things. In the same way, plants, trees, bushes, herbs, shrubs, these are also included in the category of living things. Okay, so if you see the first point here, living things move. Now as I told you, I am a living thing, so I can move from one place to another. Animals, they can move from one place to another. Okay, but what about plants? What about trees? Can they move? Have you seen trees moving? No, they are a living thing, but they cannot move from one place to another. But the parts of trees, they move, they show movement. For example, take a flower. You know what is a flower? It grows on trees. Okay, now a flower, when it grows, firstly it is a small bud. That bud, it turns into a flower, it opens up into a flower. So that flower, it shows movement. As I told you earlier, plants cannot move, but parts of plant, they show movement. So the flower, it is showing movement. In that way, plants or parts of plant, they move. There is another example that I can give you. It is of a plant called Touch Me Not. I guess you might have heard this name before also, Touch Me Not. It is a kind of plant. Okay, as you touch the leaf of this plant, it closes. You might have seen before. If not, I can show you in the next class. Okay, a touch me not plant, okay, when you try to touch the leaf or the leaves of the plant, it closes. That shows movement. So as I told you, living things move. Is it clear? But in the same time, non-living things, take once again this, for example, this duster or this piece of chalk that I am holding. These are examples of non-living things. Do they move on their own, or can they move on their own? No. Non-living things cannot move. Okay? Then we come to the second point, that is living things need food and water. Yes, every living thing, it needs food and water for what? To grow. Like we human beings, we eat food, we drink water. Why? Why is water and food necessary? It is necessary for our growth. In the same way, animals, birds, even plants, they need food and water. Now, as you know, we water the plants, or plants get water from the rain, so they are getting water. But what about the food of the plant? Where do plants get food from? Plants get food from the sunlight and the air that is around them. Okay, sunlight and air, even soil, these are the food for the plant, and water. Okay, so living things, they need food and water, once again, for what? To grow. But in the same time, non-living things, they cannot grow. They do not need food, and neither do they need water, because they cannot grow. Okay, then we move to the third point, that is living things grow. As I told you, mentioned you earlier in the second point, that living things need food and water for what? To grow. We grow, human beings grow. You might have seen small babies, or babies when they are born, they are small in size. But as time passes, as the years pass, we eat, we drink, and our body grows. Okay, we grow height wise, we grow according to our broadness. Okay, even animals, even birds, insects, these all things grow. Even plants grow. You see, from a seed, a small baby plant comes out. That baby plant, when you water it, when you take care of it, it gradually grows into a big tree. So every living thing, they grow. And how do they grow? When they get proper food and water. So these 2 points, that is point number 2 and 3, they are almost the same. Living things need food and water to grow. In the same way, non-living things, as I told you earlier, they cannot grow. No matter how much you try to water them or you try to feed, but non-living things will not grow. Okay? Then we move to the fourth point, that is living things breathe. Yes, every living things, they breathe. Like we human beings, we breathe with the help of our nose. Okay, our lungs help us to breathe. In the same way, animals, they breathe. Okay, now what about plants? We human beings, animals, we have nose, so we can breathe. Even fish. Okay, how do fish breathe? Fish breathe with the help of gills. Fish, they do not have nose. Okay, so they breathe with the help of the gills. In the same way, plants, how do plants breathe? Plants don't have nose, they don't have gills. So how does a plant breathe? A plant breathes with the help of the leaves. Now how does a leaf or leaves help the plant to grow? Leaves have small holes under, suppose for example, if this is a leaf. Okay, just imagine this is a leaf. Now it has an upper portion and a portion below it. Okay, so leaves, they have small holes present at the underside of their part. Now those small holes are known as stomata. Okay, I am repeating it once again. Leaves have small holes, very tiny holes at the underside of it. Those tiny holes or small holes are known as stomata. Now this stomata or the small holes, they help the leaves to breathe, and in this process the plants, we say that plants breathe and it grows. Okay, so every living being, they breathe. In the same time, non-living things, can they breathe? No, non-living things cannot breathe. Okay, then we move to the next point, that is point number 5. What is it? living things feel. Now, what is the meaning of feel? Suppose, like we human beings, we can feel. We feel hot, we feel cold, okay? Somebody pinches you, or somebody slaps you, somebody hits you, we feel the pain. Yes? In the same way, animals, birds, they also feel. They can also feel. Even plants feel. But because plants cannot speak, so we cannot hear their pain or their feelness. Okay? Now, as I told you, living things feel. But non-living things, can they feel? Do they feel? No. Non-living things do not feel. Take for example this duster once again. If I throw this duster, or if I put it into a deep freezer, if I put it into a burning fire, will it feel? No, because it is a non-living thing. Okay? And then we move to the last point, that is point number 6. Living things give birth to young ones. Yes, living things, they give birth, they reproduce. Like human beings, they give birth to babies. Yes, birds, they lay eggs, and from that egg a baby bird hatches out. Okay, in the same way insects, they lay eggs, and from that egg again a baby insect comes out. In the same way plants, how do plants reproduce? How do plants give baby? It is actually the seed of fruits. Okay, when you eat fruits, we have seeds. When you put that seed into the ground, take care of it, what happens? From that seed, a small baby plant comes out. So in this way, plants also reproduce. They give birth to, not babies, but they give birth to a baby plant. Okay, so I hope you have understood these 6 points that I discussed with you. That is living things features. That means what can living things do. In the same time, I also explained you that what living things, non-living things cannot do. It is just the opposite of this. Whatever things living things can do, in the same time, the non-living things cannot do any of these features. Okay? Now, when you look into your book, you will notice that on page number 13,